Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'll be doing my tier list for the Pacific regional teams. And just like in my other videos, I'm basically going to be ranking them on my opinions on how I think they're going to be doing basically throughout the whole season. So first start off with Destination Focus Me, and oh boy. So this team have basically got the Crazy Raccoon strat where they've just picked up the Crazy Raccoon players. I'm pretty sure other than C's, so I'm pretty sure C's he wasn't part of Crazy Raccoon if I remember correctly. But as you can tell from the Riot 1 tournament, they did pretty crap. I'll be honest. I thought this team was going to do pretty decently. I mean, they have a whole brand new roster and much better players. I'll be honest, compared to last season. I was no disrespect onto the players, but the coaches is where I think they're gonna struggle with. I mean, Ray, yeah, sure, Melaphobia, yeah, sure, but I mean, like seriously, I just don't really think that I just don't think that these are the coaches. I'll be honest. I mean, they kept Anthem around for some reason. I don't know why, because I think Anthem deserves to be in a completely different team because I think he's way better. I'll be honest, to be in a different team than being with Destination Focus Me. They've also kept suggest around. So basically, their five rosters. So their starting roster is Jojo, Neff, May, Papagachi, and Suggest. I'm sorry, I had to put them in D tier. If they go zero, I'm pretty sure they're like 0 and 10 now. If they go more than that this season, I think we can officially say that Destination Focus Me is the Shanghai Dragons of Valorant. So, yeah, if you don't get that reference, just I won't go into it. Now, a completely different team now is DRX, and they have made some interesting changes. I mean, interesting, I do mean pretty interesting. They've got rid of RB and Zest, and they've had a flashback, and Fox9 is now full time on the roster. I mean, flashback, he actually had some pretty good moments. I mean, especially when he was on when he was on Viper, but other than that, I mean, he was just alright. I'll be honest. I mean, I think Zest could be obviously a better option, obviously, for them. But apparently not. They just wanted to get some star talent, which makes sense. I mean, the old Vin Strikers roster definitely needed some changes. I mean, thank God at least they made some changes, but I don't know why they really want to make this change this late into the season. And I mean, the coaching stuff are also weird as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just extended Glow's contract as well, so at least he's going to be staying around. Looks like could he maybe be now the new head coach? I mean, I should say maybe in the future could he be the new head coach if Termy leaves? Not really too sure, but all in all, I think this team will still be pretty good. I'll put him in S tier, but I don't think they're going to be at the top for a very, very long time. Next up now is Gen G Esports, and they have this weird Kim roster other than Munchkin. Speaking of Munchkin, I'm guessing he might be the IGL for this team, but I'm not really too sure. They've also they got Texture from Global Esports, Meteor, he's sticking around, Lakia from D Plus, and Caron, who I'm pretty sure used to play in a free agent team, we'll say, over in Korea. And they've also had a HSK formerly from Detonation Focus Me. Interesting. I mean, they were pretty good. I'll be honest in the Convergence tournament. I mean, they look pretty competitive against Foot Esports. So at least that's some good signs. But this, I just don't really know about this team. I mean, they flopped massively in the LCQ and also in the regular season in Pacific last year in 2023. Are they like? I'm afraid that this is might happen again. Like they might choke and they might flop again. So this team is very difficult because they have some great players. They have great talent. Meteor, he's obviously phenomenal. I think Texture, he's pretty sure now the full-time duelist, which is interesting. Meteor's actually now gone to Sentinel role, I'm pretty sure. He's been playing a lot of KJ. Munchkin, he's actually really been pretty decent on the IGL, but I mean, he's maybe a pretty weak IGL, I'll be honest. I think there's a lot more better IGLs out there. Lakia, we know that he is a phenomenal initiator player. And Karen, he's a bit of a mystery. Not really too sure how Karen is going to go. So I think for that, I'll put them at the top of B tier. If I feel a bit more confident as we talk about the other teams, I'll probably bump them up to A tier. But as of right now, I'm going to probably say them in B tier, I'll be honest. Next up now is Global Esports. And they. Okay. I'm not really too sure what to think about this one. So they have Russ as the IGL, and they've also had a Blaze King as well from Boom, I'm pretty sure. Lightning Fuzz, he's returning. He's the only player returning, I should say. Polvi, formerly from Only Fins, and Benkai, formerly from Paper Rex. Now we actually have not seen Benkai play with these guys. Pretty sure Skillsy, he was replacing Benkai in the Convergence tournament. And they kept the coaching staff as well with Spin and Big Time, which I'll be honest, I'm not really too fussed about. I think those two are great coaches. But I mean, is this really a is this team really better compared to last year? I'm not really too sure. I think I'll be honest, if both of these like different like teams like verse each other, I think it'll be exactly the same. I think it'll be like dead on. Like it'll be dead set a tie. I think they could be better than Detonation Folks. Maybe that answers the question. I think they could be better, but I'm not really too sure if they're gonna be like maybe another tier above them. So I'm gonna put them for now. Maybe I'm not really too sure. I mean, I'm trying to think. I was literally look at the other teams as well. I'll put them C tier for now, but there's a chance I might bump them down to D tier because I mean, Polvi, he's maybe the only bright star, I'll be honest, on the roster. I mean, and Blaze King as well. Both of them have been great. Lightning Fast, he hasn't really proven himself, I'll be honest. And Ross, I mean, he's the ideal to make sense, and we don't know how Benkai is going to go. Blaze King and Polvi, those are like the only players who've actually have proven that they belong in Tier 1. Lightning Fast, he hasn't really proven a lot, because he's kind of just a raise one trick. And Ross, I was like, he's the ideal, but to be fair, he has had some great performances, but we don't know about Benkai, so I'll put him C tier just for now. Next up is Paper Rex, and I think this is pretty easy. I think this team's gonna be an S tier. I think this team, if they at least don't get top 3 or even make it to Madrid, I think the season is an automatic failure. I'll be honest, for Paper Rex. The only change that they've done is they put Jing as a sub because of his military service, and they've added Mun Yed, which is actually a great change. Obviously, he has proven that he is a phenomenal controller player and also a great flex player as well if needed. So I'll put Paper Rex up in S tier. RRQ now, Rexicum Keon. This team could actually be a little cheeky. This very team RRQ could actually be a dark horse. They have some great players. They've kept Zafira, Elmimore, Flipjider. They've also kept 2G Monster for some reason, but I'm guessing he might be just a sixth player. They've added Estrella, which I was not expecting. He used to play for D+. I don't know how good his English is, so that's going to be a bit of a worry. But they've added Jemkin. And Jemkin, yes, I think most people might know him from going, what was it, like 0-19 as Reina in the Ascension Grand Finals on Blind. But he is a phenomenal cracked player when obviously the right tools are with him. So this team could be a little cheeky dark horse team. I'm going to put them, just for now, maybe B tier, the top of B tier in my opinion. Just for now. Because, I mean, I think there's other teams that could be better than RIQ. Next up is T1, and they have this weird roster, which almost somehow worked in the Africa tournament. So, Carpe is the IGL. Yes, Carpe. I don't know how, but Carpe is the IGL. They kept Side Player, they've also kept Zeta, but Zeta's on the bench, so that doesn't really matter. They've added Izu, who I'm pretty sure used to play for Jadiot, but I might be wrong about that. They've added Excurate, Forsaken's own brother, into the roster, a former CS player, and Rossi, who I'm pretty sure was over in North America playing for Turtle Troops, I'm pretty sure. Might be wrong about that. But I mean, Rossi, he's proven himself to be a tier 1 player. I mean, that completely makes sense. Escort was actually pretty good, I'll be honest, when he was in the Africa tournament. And Ethan was also pretty good. I don't know how this team is actually decent on paper, but I'm going to put him in A tier. I don't know how, but this weird roster of having like three Korean players. I'm not really too sure how good English Izo speaks, but apparently he's pretty decent. Rossi and Excurate into the lineup, and if it somehow works, it works somehow. I just don't know how that works. It just does work somehow. Next up now is Talon Esports, and they actually are the most recent team to make a change, as they've most recently added Surf into the lineup. Yes, all the rumors of Surf joining is actually true. They've also kept the Cruise as well and Jet Boys. They've added Lenny, Ben, and Governor, which is an interesting choice, I'll be honest. I was not expecting Governor to be joining the team. They've also added Frost as well as a new head coach, which is a good choice, along with Boy. I don't really know. I think adding Surf in, it definitely helps my ranking, because if it was just Cruz, Jet Boys, Lenny, Ben, and Governor, I was going to put them in C tier. I think they're probably, I think they might be in the tail end of B tier. They are, the Surf signing just bumped up a tiny bit, considering how amazing Surf is. But it really depends on how much support and how much resources they want to put into Surf. I'm guessing he's going to be starting. If he doesn't start, I'm going to lose my shit at Talon Esports. I'm guessing he's going to be replacing Governor, in my opinion. I think that's what is looking like, because, I mean, they did lose against Team NKT in the ESL Clash of Nations. I don't know how, but they did. So I'm going to put them for now at the tail end of B tier. Team Secret now. And they basically have the same roster. All they've done is that they've just added NDG to replace Dubstep, and that's really all. I just don't know how to feel about this roster. This roster seems pretty decent. I'll say maybe around BT as well. I think they're going to be maybe better than Talon, but I think slightly worse than Genji. I think these two are definitely going to be the teams to look out for. Next up is Zeta Division, and there is a lot of copium on Zeta Division. Like, holy crap, there's so much of it. So, Laz, Depp, and Sugar Zero, all those three are staying. Crow has transitioned now to a coach, as you can see, and they've also added Yoran and Hiron. Now, I'm pretty sure Yoran, he used to be I think he was part of the Zeta Division Academy, while Hiron, I can't remember what team he was a part of, but I cannot remember on the top of my head. Maybe JDF or Blue Bees, I can't remember. But they've also added Kalau, which is really, really weird. Apparently he speaks Japanese. I don't know how, but apparently he speaks it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But on paper, this team actually looks really, really good. I'll be honest. I mean, they got rid of the players, which I thought were the weakest links, which includes Crow and Tem. So at least that's a good sign. That's a good positive. The chamber meta is back. They looked really good in the Right One Pro Invitational. They looked alright in the Red Bull home grounds. I think they're probably gonna be an A-tier team in my opinion. I think I might be shooting up in the dark, I'll be honest, but I have a lot of hope for Zeta Division to be a great team. And the final team is the Ascension team of Bleed Esports. And obviously they are mainly well known for signing Ye over in North America. Remember the rumors where Ye, I'm pretty sure, was rumored to got like, I don't know, like a $1 million deal from Bleed, and they turned it down. Yeah, it looks like he got it. So along with Crazy Guy, Scary, Darion, and Ye, they've also added Egos to use to play for X10 Esports, and there's also Legica. I don't know how you say his name, so Legica. I don't know. I still have no idea. Legia. I think it's Legia. I have no idea. But this is a very, very good roster as a whole. I mean, this is definitely a team that everyone's going to be watching out for. I mean, they have poured so much money into Valorant that I won't be surprised if they absolutely pop off. I mean, hell, they legit have Scary. They have the Scary, which probably pulled off one of the greatest clutches of Valorant history last year in 2023. And Crazy Guy, he is a great up-and-coming IGL, and I'm really, really excited to see how he goes. I think this team is probably going to be B tier, in my opinion. Maybe between RIQ and Gen G, in my opinion. I think that's where I think they're going to be. So there's going to be quite a lot of tier. So basically, a lot of teams over in B, probably mid-pack, I'll be honest, pretty average. I don't have a lot of faith in Gen G, but I have a lot of faith in Zeta Division T1. Like, oh my god, oh, damn, that's going to be interesting to watch. So now I'd like you now, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me. And obviously, comment down below if you think I am incredibly wrong, or if you actually agree with some of my takes. And I'd love to read as well all of your takes as well. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time. In the next one, goodbye.